Hey guys, how are you? It's Coach Jenny here, and I wanted to take some time today to go through my 3x30x3 workout with you, but in a beginner format, because I've gotten a lot of people recently that have requested some workouts that start at a beginner level, and then of course they can progress up as they start to get back in shape. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to take you through the 9 exercises that are going to be outlined in the workout sheet for you, showing you how to bring them to a beginner level. So the first of the 9 exercises today that we're going to look at is a beginner chest press. And the idea here is to begin to strengthen the chest muscles as well as to open them up and stretch them out to give you some additional movement and release them some, because what happens over time is we spend a lot of time reaching forward and hunched over in our daily life, whether we're typing at work, driving our car. Everything we're doing has this forward-reaching motion. So the chest muscles tend to get very, very tight. Everything on the anterior or front side of our body. And the back tends to get weak and stretched out, weak and long muscles there. And so over time, as we get older, we get very curled inward and hunched over. So this exercise here, the chest press, the unweighted chest press, we're just going to do this really to help work the muscles in the front of the chest to keep you strong there, but also to stretch them out and strengthen the back as we go backwards. So what you want to do is you just want to stand with your feet a comfortable distance apart, have your arms out to the side so that your elbows are at a 90-degree angle, and then you're going to slowly, creating your own tension, pull your elbows in towards each other, okay, and create that tension, feel the tightness, and then slowly open back out. And I want you to keep going until you feel that stretch across the front of your chest. Bring your shoulder blades together in the back. Hold that for a second, keep breathing, and then bring it back towards the front again. And I want you to keep, again, make sure you have that tension as you're moving forward here to build some strength. Hold that, squeeze together, and then open back up again slowly. And again, go all the way until you feel that stretch in the front of your chest, bringing your shoulder blades together. Okay, and you're going to continue to repeat that again for 30 seconds. The way this workout works, you do each exercise for 30 seconds, followed by 10 seconds of rest. You'll do that 3 different exercises, and then you repeat that series 3 times through. So it's 3-30-3, meaning 3 different exercises, 30 seconds each, repeat it 3 times through, then you go in the next set. And we have 3 different sets of exercises that we're working with. Okay, so that's the first exercise, the chest press. The second exercise is where we're going to work now that we have your chest loosened up a little bit, we're going to work on strengthening your upper back and your shoulders here. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay down on the ground. If you have a mat, that's great. If not, just find a comfortable spot on your floor. Lay down on your stomach, put your arms out in front of you, and then you're going to lift your arms up by your ears, and then hold that there, and slowly, like you're swimming, bring your arms back and your shoulder blades together, hold it there, and then bring your arms slowly forward again. Okay, this is great for shoulder mobility. Release all the tightness in your shoulders, and it'll help to strengthen the back of your body, that posterior side we call it. Okay, so those are called swimmers. Again, you're going to continue to do those for 30 seconds as well. The next exercise we have is a split squat, and it's going to work to start to strengthen your leg muscles, but the key here is that we're going to do a reverse split squat. A lot of times people that are beginning, or even people that have had previous knee injuries, they have a hard time doing your traditional split squat or lunge where you're moving forward, which would be this motion, to step forward into it. So what we're going to look at today is stepping backward into the motion to help anybody that struggles with any sort of knee pain and to really just rebuild those muscles. So what I want you to do is stand with your arms up overhead, and you're going to step back, drop down till your knees are at 90 degrees, don't touch the ground, and come back up. Then you're going to switch legs, drop down to 90 degrees, come back up. Step back, drop down into 90 degrees, and come back up. So again, that's a reverse split squat. And again, with all of these moves, one thing you want to make sure you're doing is keeping your core tight as well, okay? Any movement that you're doing, if you keep that core tight, it's really an abdominal workout in and of itself, keeping all those core muscles engaged while you're doing the other exercises. All right, the second set of 3 exercises is going to start with a wall push-up. Many of you are familiar with doing traditional push-ups, but maybe you're not comfortable with that at a beginner level. So you can start up against a wall, and the beauty here is start at whatever level on the wall is comfortable for you. So if you're truly a beginner and you need something fairly easy, you want to start really almost straight up against the wall, okay? And then just go down in like a push-up, hold it for a minute, and push back out. Back down in, and push back out. Okay, the more advanced you are, you're just going to go further down on the wall so that you have a greater angle here. Come down in towards the wall, and back out again. You can keep lowering that down using a wall, using a chair, or some sort of table in your house as well. And then the lower you go, the more intense the workout will be for the push-up. The second exercise here is going to work on our core, okay? And it's called a leg raise, but it really isn't working our legs. It's working our core. And what you're going to do here, the trick, lay down on the ground and put your legs up so they're at a 90-degree angle, so that your hips are. And then I want you to push, pretend like you're pushing your belly button down into the floor. So you want to push your belly button down as far as you can into the floor so that the arch in your back actually presses into the floor. You want to hold that there, and while you're holding that tight, you're going to lower your legs as far as you can before your back starts to pull up off the floor. Okay? So you're going to push down in with your belly button towards the floor, and then lower those legs down, down. Keep holding and pushing into the floor with your back. Push, push, push. Then as soon as your back starts to pull away from the floor, you come back up again. Okay? But the trick here, again, in order to really tighten and work that abdominal wall and strengthen your core, is to make sure that you're pushing your back, your belly button down into the floor as hard as you can, and keeping it that way throughout the entire exercise, and then bringing the legs back up as soon as you feel your back start to pull off the floor. Okay? The third exercise in set number 2 is a wall run. Okay? Many of you have heard the term mountain climbers before, and that's where you're on the ground like this in a plank or a top push-up type position, and you're bringing your knees in, okay, in a running motion. It's called a mountain climber. That can be a challenging move for somebody that's a beginner. But we can, again, just like the push-up, we can progress that up a wall in order to reduce the intensity. So for a wall run, same thing. Instead of supporting your weight with your arms and activating the core as much, this is going to make it a little bit easier, standing on the wall, and then again, you're going to do the runs up against the wall. So it really is the mountain climber, but standing against the wall. And clearly, if you're a true beginner, you need to take it a little bit slower, you can do that as well, right? So that's our second set, those 3 workouts. Let's go into number 3 here. First thing we're going to do is a shoulder press. Again, working on shoulder mobility. It's a big challenge for people. A lot of people are very tight in this area of their body. So what you do for the unweighted shoulder press here is you're going to put your arms up, have your elbows sort of down by your rib cage, and then you're going to push up slowly, slowly, slowly. But the key here is I want you to reach up as high as you can with your fingertips, but don't hunch your shoulders, okay? This is a hunched shoulder. We don't want you to do that. I only want you to reach up as far as you can with your shoulders down, all right? Lengthen that distance between your shoulders and your ears, and then slowly bring that back down till your elbows touch your rib cage, and then go back up again. Okay, again, focusing on don't letting those shoulders hunch, even though you're reaching as high as you can. And what that's going to do is loosen up the shoulder blades so that they rotate properly to start to reduce any pain that you have in your shoulders when you're lifting your arms A lot of times we get shoulder, what they call shoulder impingement, that gives us pain and some clicking noises when we lift our shoulders. But if we can improve the mobility of those shoulder blades so that they move properly, that'll help to reduce that over time. So that's key to getting us moving again. So that's the shoulder press. The second exercise is a plank. I would like you to do this on the floor if you can. If not, use some sort of chair, something that you have in your house that would keep you up a little bit higher, and you would just hold that plank position, making sure that you keep your core tight, keep your belly button sucked in towards your spine, and you would hold that for the full 30 seconds. If you can, again, I'd really like you to progress it down to the floor, where you're going to be down on your elbows at a 90-degree angle. Keep your core tight, keep your legs as straight as possible. Make sure that your hips aren't up in the air and they're also not sagging. You want to be as flat as possible, flat as a board. And keep that core tucked in, the belly button sucked in towards the back, and again, hold it for 30 seconds. Okay, if you really are feeling good here, you can start to progress it, moving your legs in and out to the side, okay? Or you can spread the legs apart and reach out with one arm at a time, but that's getting much more advanced. So for our beginners, we just want you to hold that position for the 30 seconds, and you should feel that, but make sure you're really crunching down and holding that core in tight. Our final exercise in the third set is a hip up. This is going to start to work your glutes a bit, okay, and the posterior side of your legs, the backs of your legs. So your glutes and your hamstrings is what we're working here. You're going to lay on your back, okay? You want your knees up in the air, okay, in a comfortable position. Then I want you to go up on your heels, okay? Arms down by your side, and you're just going to push up, tighten your glutes and your hamstrings, hold that, and release, come back down. Go up again, tighten, squeeze those glutes, and come back down. Don't go all the way down to the ground, hold a little bit of tension, come up, squeeze as tight as you can, come back down. Again, if you want to advance it, you can go to a one leg, raise one leg up, and then do the one leg at a time. So that gives you some ideas of how you can do the 333 workout, but keeping it at a beginner to a moderate level for you to get you started, increase your mobility, and get you back into a movement pattern that you're comfortable with. So go get moving, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.